Okay, bear with me, people. Bear with me. Why is it doing this again? Why is it asking me to record the desktop audio, not the game capture? That doesn't make any sense. I've just... oh my word. It's not a display capture though. Okay, fine. Try the desktop audio and see if that works. Oops. You're gonna have to put up with the whole situation of this crashing, because why is it asking me? Honestly, the internet's always dying when I do a stream now, because I've not got Ethernet anymore. The cable's not connected to, you know, to the thing. It's not connected to my hotspot to go all the way downstairs. I've got to use a Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi's a bit funny when it comes to streaming. I think I've got two preview screens going on here. Oh my word. Stop talking about that. There we go. Okay, hello. I'll try again. Nice to see everybody. I think a Wi-Fi. There we go. Yep, everything's working okay. So, hello everybody, my name is Brendan and welcome back to another live stream. In this live stream we are now still working on the Titanic. I have worked on a little bit more, I think, since the last time I've you know, been here. I am going to keep an eye out on the stream status, make sure we are still connected, we are still running as smoothly as possible. I do apologise in advance if it does disconnect, because, like I said, I've not got Ethernet and it's out of my control when it does that, and I've just got to wait until it comes back, and that's all I can do. That's the best you're going to get, unfortunately. So, other than that, I think I'm okay. Everything's good to go. So, hello everybody. Sorry I didn't say hello when you joined. I was busy sorting the stream out. There's hundreds of errors that just all come at once and you have to fix them. So, hello the Cybercode, Vakari. I think that's all we've got for now. There's a couple of extra people joined. Just catching up on the chat here. Yep, the internet definitely died. Definitely died. My phone is nearly out of battery. Oh, well, that's a shame. Is there not any way you can go on the PC and watch? And how am I generally? In honesty, I'm doing much better today. And last night I was doing really well. But I've not been great. I've really not been great. I've been very down. And, you know, it's not even worth talking about, to be honest, because I'm not like that anymore. Not today. But it's more anxiety. I'm having anxiety attacks, you know, panic attacks. I had one yesterday and it left me in a very horrible state yesterday. So I'm still recovering over that. I'm very emotionally drained, but I'm okay. I'm perfectly well to do a stream. It shouldn't happen again. You know, panic attacks are not nice. They're really awful. But we'll get through it. But yeah, I've not been great. So I do have to apologise to a couple of people about yesterday, because I did snap at a couple of people, and I am sorry. I was in the middle of a panic attack. I'm not joking. I was in the middle of a panic attack yesterday, and it wasn't nice. And, you know, just please understand that I didn't mean anything by the things I said. It just felt like the end of the world. It really does. That's the only way I can describe it. So I'm just getting wood now, because I need to build some more platform, like more flooring. Once I put all the flooring in, we're going to start working on some proper rooms. Start working on the hotel room sort of thing, like first class, third class, second class. Now, unfortunately, I've not really got a load of great images. If you could find me a proper image of blueprints of the Titanic, of where everything was, I'd really appreciate it, because I can't seem to see anything. and it's quite irritating me because I want to make this a replica exactly how it used to be, or almost identical to what it used to be. So if you could bump into something and you think it could be useful for the stream, please go ahead, and I will be, not in your debt, but I'll be very grateful. Well, thank you for coming along the Cybercode. Please do drop by another time. I don't completely understand if you've got to go. If you've got to go, you've got to go. There's not much you can do about that. So, if you've got to go, go. I'll still be here. Yeah, like I said, you're going to have to bear with the lag. My Wi-Fi is now connecting directly, let's turn this off, directly to the router now, so there shouldn't really be any issues. But as you can see, the blocks are breaking, but stuff isn't dropping straight away. And why have I not got Minecraft sound again? I think my Minecraft sound's broken again. I don't think we need it anyway at this stage because it's not really important. I'm glad you've had a good night's sleep, Drake. It's really good because sleep is important, very important. I mean, I know people say that, and your parents will say that, and it's really, honestly, this is how it is. Like, my mood is determined. The way I perform, the way I am, is all determined by how much sleep I've had. If I've had barely enough sleep, I'll be down, I'll be really exhausted, and you know, so sleep is really, really important. More important than we realise. And in fact, I don't actually help myself when I'm going to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't often do that, usually midnight. But even then, going midnight is quite late for a lot of people. Even for adults, that's quite late. Even my mum and dad don't go to bed at midnight. So, that's telling me something there. That's telling me something. You sent me the Titanic. Is that on Orcon? Orcon chat room thing. Oh, come on, lag. Don't do this to me. Let me have a look. I'll just pop it up here. It's got too much running at once. Bear with me, people. Just Google something up as well. Oh, that's not good if your SUV's not working. Yeah, well, thank you, Vicari, for that. I do appreciate that. Oh, my word. You'll have to bear with the teleports and stuff, because I'm very laggy right now. And the stream's miles behind from where I am now, so you'll just have to bear with me. Yeah, it was the blueprints I wanted, Vicari. You know, the it shows you the inside of the ship itself, where everything was. But don't worry, don't go in. You know, I appreciate you that image. I am going to use it still because I do need to work on the outside as well. You just have to bear with me, because I'm, like I said, just hold back on the teleports until I get to the ship. Otherwise, there's no point. There's just no point. You know, you teleporting here and you having to go. Why is all my settings reset again? Have they reset? I'm pretty sure control was my shift. Perhaps not. Maybe I'm just getting confused. Yeah, so just hold back on teleports. I appreciate you wanting to see me and everything, want to be part of the stream. You will be, don't you worry. I just need to, you know, get the wood I need and come back. So I'm not constantly doing TP accept every 2 seconds when I need to get the materials. Oh, why is everything going so slowly? It's crashed. Keeps crashing. Like an internal problem. And that's... I hope the stream's not buffering. No, that's running fine. That's okay. That's the main priority. Oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Sorry, your image is taking forever to come up. Oh, can I not make that bigger? Oh, yes, I can. Ah, thank you, Vicari. That's actually very helpful. Ah, that's the one I originally had, but I lost it. I couldn't find it. Ah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for that. That's, As for the rooms, though, and mail hold and all the other rooms there are, I might just have to put them in random places because that's hard. As long as the rooms that people know about are in the right place, then I'm not going to be particularly bothered about that. So thank you for that. I'm going to use that. Is it reciprocating engines there? You've got your boiler rooms. 6 boiler rooms. 6 from being at the very front of the ship and working its way back. In the compartments, they call them. These compartments are what get flooded, and it ends up being 5 compartments that get flooded. And that's what leads to the sinking. Oop. Yeah, I have also shortened the chat as well, so it's... Oh, what the heck? I have also shortened the chat as well, so it's not so spammy all the way up here. It's just while I get this done, while I get this project, this stream out the way, make sure I'm not missing any comments. If I needed alone time, in all honesty, I won't be doing a stream. It's okay. I don't mind people doing it today. It's fine. It's all good. We're all good. We're all fine. So, but it's TPAs to me are very important because the whole idea of someone wanting to teleport to me isn't like, it's not what it used to be. When people used to teleport to me, it used to annoy me. It used to infuriate me because it felt like my privacy was being affected. And when that changed, because people quite honestly wanted to just wanted a friend, that was the most important thing. Like, the importance of somebody wanting a friend is, I don't like neglecting people. So I feel like I'm neglecting, so I don't like denying teleport requests or turning TP toggle off or anything like that. So I try not to. Oh, I need to turn this off. There you go. Stop these pop-ups coming up. You probably can't see them, but there's Discord pop-ups and stuff coming up, and I'd rather not put that in the stream. So whenever somebody sends a teleport request to me, no matter how I feel, usually I accept it. But when I do actually want to do my own thing, like work on this, for example, when in my own time, I sometimes just want to work on this, or I sometimes just want to do my own project, you know, by myself, and that's okay. Like, you just got to understand that I do appreciate you wanting to spend this time with me. I really do. I'm glad you come to me and I'm the person that makes you happy, or the person you want to spend time with. That really makes me feel honoured. At the same time, it's just boundaries, and sometimes I need a bit of time to myself. And it's nothing personal. Everybody wants that once in a while. So if I can do that, if you guys can just, you know, understand that from time to time, if you can just ask first before sending teleports and stuff, which is what you usually do, then I'm more than happy to not have to write a long response as to why, excuse me, why I'm not accepting your teleport request. It's getting dark, isn't it? It probably doesn't seem dark to you, but it's getting, in fact it is dark on the camera. I'll just go and get my lamp. put this on and light up a little bit because it's a bit dark. I need to position this. It's just to give it a better lighting, that's all. And that quality's not the best either, is it? The quality of the stream. Oh, because I've got it on lowest quality. I shouldn't put it into HD when I'm doing a stream. I just lost some wood, which appears to have gone missing. I must have picked it up a while ago. Thank you for the hug, Vakari. I appreciate that. Oh gosh, everything's going so slow. I'm so used to it being so fast. Like, as soon as I turn the stream on, it starts struggling. So, yeah, you're very welcome, Disney. That actually reminds me, yesterday, about what we were actually talking about. I'm not going to bring anything up about your situation or what we were actually talking about, but there was one key thing I was actually talking about there that's not relevant to anything with this person. But the thing I was actually saying about is emotions. And emotions are something I've started learning from philosophy. It's called philosophy, and these people are trained to understand. Let's get a description up, because it's much easier doing it by description. So philosophy is a study of general and fundamental problems concerning matters such as existence, which is you as a person, your knowledge from what you know, the values, the reasons, the mind, and language. It's very, very important that I study these, that I may think about buying books, maybe think about looking at that sort of thing, because it's so interesting. You get a perspective of something you never thought you would before. Like, I got a perspective of emotions, of human emotions. Like, maybe younger players won't know what I'm talking about as much, but it's important that I understood that when somebody's being nasty, or when somebody's criticising what you do, or when somebody's, you know, when someone's not being kind, it is dark, isn't it? You've got to deal with your emotions in such a way that it doesn't affect your mental state. So, what I was doing, whatever somebody mean came along and said something, I took it to heart, and it really made my day down. And then this philosopher that I was watching, he brought up that what do you think happens? He says to us, what do you think happens? Does someone run up to you and inject you with the chemicals of frustration, and do they come up to you and shoot you with the emotions of being unhappy? No, and says you did that in your own mind. You decided to react the way you did. Nobody else. You can't blame other people for the way you're feeling. And well, when this is often, what's the word I'm looking for here? Often a conflicting opinion, meaning it's often something that not a lot of people might agree with. Almost like you're blaming yourself instead of blaming the person for their poor behaviour. But in reality, they're not doing it to you though. They're saying the mean things, yeah, the attitude's appalling, the things they're saying are not nice, but at the same time, it's not, they're not at you with a pistol that's going to be saying, oh, you're going to be frustrated now. It's silly, isn't it? It's just silly. Like, it's human emotions are the most ridiculous thing, and then he gave us the most brilliant perspective of how to see it. Planets, the universe, what's around us. What planet are you on? There's positive planet, there's negative planet, and I saw them planets. I was stood on the negative planet quite a lot, without realizing it. And the planet negative will come with moons. It'll come with stars around it. And them stars are just like a branch on a tree. Them stars are going to be something like a negative feeling. So, discouraged, lacking, disapproval, or, well, maybe disapproval's not in that category. Disapproval's something a little different, but despair, sadness, unhappy, all these emotions that we really don't want to talk about because they upset us, right? And that's what I have to control, is the ability to control what makes you unhappy and to change that unhappiness to something that makes you happy instead of something that's going to affect the way you perform, affect the way you're going to say something or feel about it afterwards. I was often bringing stuff up that's long gone out the window, like at work, for example. I know I keep bringing work up quite often now, but at work I was bringing it home. You're not supposed to do that. Like, not at my age. You're not supposed to bring your problems at home. Sometimes you can't help it. You've got to talk to somebody, but not every single day. That's what it became. Every single day there was a problem. Every single day I had to talk to my parents, and they were upset about it, that there was an issue. You shouldn't going to, if it's not the job for you, if it's every single day there's a problem. There's something that upsets you. There's something that gets you down. And I know you see that as being picky, or you might see that as somebody who just makes it up and blows things out of proportion, if you will. It quite simply is still my fault, you know. Yeah, it's not the internet providers that are actually breaking well, breaking it, but making it buffer. It's actually because I've switched to Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi is not so great for streaming. I don't think they recommend you doing Wi-Fi for streaming. That's just something I think I've made up. I don't think that's actually something I've actually read, but I could be wrong. I do know that it doesn't work as effective on Wi-Fi. That's as much as I know. And Vicari is the bridge walker. She wants me to tell that to everybody. She's the bridge walker. Remember what I said though earlier about repeating the messages? Now is a good chance to talk about that briefly, because it's better said in words than it is in chat. You don't need to repeat things so many times in such a small space. So I'll make this easier for you. When you're repeating a message, or when you say a message, I'm an adult. I'm most likely going to see that. I'm going to see that message, and I'm going to remember it. And if 5 minutes go by, ask them again. If you're constantly asking them to listen to your point of view, or constantly like almost poking them all the time to answer your question that you want, while at the same time it's frustrating that you don't get it, or you want the answer that, you know, I'll get round to you. Like, I'm not going to interrupt halfway through what I was talking about to answer your question. I want to finish what I was talking about first and then go back to your question. Otherwise, when I'm on stream, I forget. I forget about what you've just asked me, or I forget what I was previously talking about. And that's when my commentary just starts to not make any sense. So I just try and, you know, keep it up. I'm not talking about you, Disney. I'm talking about somebody else. And so you only need to ask me once in the space of 5 minutes. I do see the messages. I see every single message that comes, and I won't forget them. You know, often I do forget them, but that's when you repeat it. You repeat it after 3 minutes time when you've not got your answer. Like, it's the same at work. Yeah, it's the same at work where it comes across. You can't keep asking your boss the same thing all the time. They'll start getting frustrated with you, and trust me, you don't want that. Yeah, but that's not the point, Vicari. The point is I'm an adult. I'll be able to see your message. Trust me, if I don't want to say every single adult will see it, because that's a bit silly. I will see it, okay? Put it on my basis, I will see it. Just because I've not responded, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm ignoring it or I've not seen it. I do keep bringing this up. I do keep mentioning that people are getting angry with me because I'm not responding right away. And that's the reason. I'm streaming, or I'm doing something, or I'm building, or something that I'm doing will affect me from replying pretty quickly. So just keep that in mind, that sometimes stuff doesn't need an answer. Like, they say, what's your answer? What's your answer? I want your answer, and there's nothing to reply to it. I don't really have a response to it. I mean, I get your argument. Well, say argument. I mean, I get your understanding, Vicari. Not say argument. Get your understanding, Vicari, because you're quite right. How are you supposed to know that I've seen it? But at the same time, I will see it. Okay, I'll see it. Just put it on the basis that I'm going to see it, and make that the end of the story. Like, you don't have to keep repeating to me the message. Maybe not everybody will get the message, but I'm an adult, and adults mostly will see them messages. Especially me, because I put Orcraft first all the time. Constantly is on my mind to want to help people and want to do the best for people. So, barring that, let's just fill this in. So I do, yeah, well, I do get it. I do get the messages. I get them once or twice, but you don't have to keep spamming it until I get the message. I understand. I do understand. I'm not neglecting your comment. So it's like I said, I'll just leave it there. I'll just move on from it. You know, just know that I will see the message, and if I don't respond within 3 minutes, you've got a right to reply because I've not seen it. But you don't have to repeat it every second. So that's me done now. That's me done on that topic. So I installed an app to record Minecraft and stuff. Well, that's brilliant. I mean, you're getting prepared, aren't you, to join YouTube and things, aren't you, Vicari? So you really want to do that, to become a YouTuber and record things, and that's good. Because I started out like that as well. I actually looked up to the people I watched on YouTube. Like, you know, believe it or not, Dan the Diamond Minecart was actually somebody I was quite fond with. I quite like watching his videos. He made me laugh. He's got a good audience. He's got a good audience of a mix of people, and it's really, really good. I think it's really good what he does. And he's just a down-to-earth person. Like, I feel like I get on with him quite well in some respects. Oh, goodness me. I can't appear to move. There we go. Well, that's the thing, Disney. Drake, you've got the thing there. That's... I can't be there for every single person. And just because somebody wants me to teleport to them because they want me to teleport when I'm in the middle of something, when I'm PMing them, when they're in a calm room, I'm not going to simply just teleport away when I'm in the midway discussion with them. You don't have to add sound. It must be recording now. Yeah, I've got no Minecraft sound on at the minute. The game itself isn't giving anything off. And why is there such a big delay on the stream again? We're going to get more wood instead of just going to the Evoker farm constantly. It's a bit nice to get my own materials once in a while. But yeah, this project's still quite far off. We've still got quite a lot of work to do. Quite a lot of hours work yet to put into it, but we are on into the rooms and putting flooring, carpets and things like that into the Titanic now. We can actually start doing stuff like that, because the outside design's almost done. I've done the outside before I've done the inside, then I'm going to decorate the inside. That's usually how I do homes and stuff, is I do tend to decorate the outside, then go on to decorating the inside. I know lots of people are different, they do it different ways. Most people do, like, it's just what suits you best. What's always suited me best is making sure the outside looks spectacular first, before moving on to do the inside. And I think the Titanic's at a good position now, where I can just build the inside. I don't need to go to a calm room. They do, because they're distressed. They are upset. They are having an emotional moment that they must get off their chest by talking to someone about it. And the calm rooms is a perfect example of doing that. Of giving them the opportunity to de-stress, to help them. Like, don't deny, most of us, if not all of us, have been to one. I've been to one loads of times. I've been to the calm rooms at Ortcraft. I used to go all the time. They really do help. They don't help everybody, because everybody's different, but I will use them calm rooms if someone else wants me to use them when they need it. It helps. They do help. Yeah, well, my stuff, forget about my stuff. When someone wants my help, I'm right on it. I'm right on it, and I'm gonna talk to them. I'm here. I'll talk. That's what I keep telling people. I'm here for you. I'm not going anywhere. I only want to help. What way could I assist? What way can I help you? And it just goes from there. And they'll feel comfortable and more obliged to talk to you. It's not down to personal perspectives. Sorry, it's down to personal perspectives when people tell me, like, oh, how come you get all the attention? How come you get these PMs? How do you know what to say? Etc, etc. When quite honestly, guys, these kids and these players need to feel comfortable talking to you by the way you're living your life. And that's something Autism Father himself said, but that's something I've understood without that, is you have to live your life in such a way that they can come to you and speak to you. And this is just taking forever. Look, it's just lagging out. Like, this is okay, Disney, this is going back to when I was talking about emotions, yeah? So I want to try and put this as nice and as understanding as possible. You get mad at, so I'm going to pull this comment out and quote it and talk to you about it. You get mad at me, for all of you, sorry, misread that. You can get mad at me, and you'll get mad, basically. You get mad because of this reason, or you get mad because of this. I don't get mad. I keep telling you this. I don't get mad. I don't often get mad. Like, a classic example the other day, I did get mad. I got frustrated. But I don't get frustrated with people very often. I try not to. I do try not to. Yesterday was a classic example of doing that. But most of the time I'm not mad. Like, you've got to put things into perspective a bit more. Like, just when someone points something out in a serious conversation, it doesn't mean I'm not mad now. Like, people would say I'm mad now. I'm just pointing something out in a very serious way. I'm talking to you, you know, face to face. So, while I do that, it's important you understand that I'm only here to help and I'm not going to get mad with you. If you start picturing and telling people that I get mad, they're not going to want to talk to me, are they? They're not going to want to interact and, you know, do all them things, you know, and things happen. And these settings have definitely changed. These settings have definitely changed. There's a time and a place, Disney, to talk about that stuff. Hold on a minute, that's not right, is it? Must be. I must have done control to sprint last time. I don't know why it changed itself then. Weird. No, I don't know. Perhaps that's not right. It doesn't feel right, does it? Using control as sprint. That's weird. I don't know. See, Disney, this is going to the topic I was talking about yesterday, okay? This needs to be said again because you need to understand it, and I understand you do need things repeating because I do. I need things repeating. I don't get things first time. I don't get things a second time either. I need things told to me repeatedly to understand it properly, fully. Is once again, you're pointing the finger at somebody else. You did this to me. You made me upset. You made me cry. When this is what I'm talking about. You decided to react the way you did. I didn't force you to do any of that. I didn't force you into submission to cry your eyes out. I didn't forcefully make you cry, did I? I might have said something that upset you, and I don't deny it. I do apologise because I wasn't at the best terms yesterday. But at the same time, you've got to understand that I didn't do that. I'm not the one that's forcefully done that. I'm not saying just blame yourself. I was in the wrong. I was in the wrong as well. I shouldn't have said what I said. But at the same time, you still responded the way you did. Like, I've got such a grip on that. This is doing weird in that. I've got such a grip on that now. Oh, goodness me. No, I don't like that. That's better. So you need to just understand that. Just please try and understand. Don't focus on one thing. Focus on what I'm going to tell you, because I know how the mind wanders, how it fixates on something else, and you're not picking up the rest of the information. Please fixate on what I'm going to say. Is ultimately bullies. People who upset you are not responsible by the way you feel. They're not, because they can't possibly be. You're the one that's like making yourself feel the way you're feeling. But I get where you're coming from. Like, it is their fault in a way. They shouldn't be acting the way they were. They shouldn't be saying the things that they're saying. Which is, you know, that is unacceptable. Yeah? And it's okay to be upset by it. But at the same time, it's you as a person is how you're going to handle that situation. Okay? They've just said this horrible thing to me. How am I going to respond next? You think getting aggressive, lashing out is the best way to do it? Not really. Do you think crying your eyes out is going to make the situation better? No, it's not. The best thing you could be doing, like I said, I'm not forcing you to do that. It's up to you how you respond and work on that. Is talk to an adult. Talk to somebody. Not lash out. Not get mad at people. Not blame them for the feelings you're suffering. It's quite frankly you as a person that you need to get onto grips. I'm not just talking to a personal person here. We as human beings must grip onto our emotions. We must. It's the most important thing. It's the most important thing, because if you haven't got a grip on your emotions, you're not going to do very well. And you're going to start falling down again. And then you're going to start thinking, well, I've ruined all my hard work on being such a good person. But this is what life does. Society itself dumps its rules on you. You go to a new job, you've suddenly got all these rules that you must follow. You must follow these rules, otherwise you're out, basically. Like these set of rules you've got to follow. Like in society, you've got to get a car, you've got to get a job, you've got to get a house, you've got to get this, you've got to get all these things, yeah? And this person said, to become a corporal citizen, to be a proper understanding citizen, you must get a house, you must get a job, you must get this, because it's so important. And that's, you know, it's these rules that are just dumped on us, that are told. The same with Warcraft. Like, everywhere you go, everything you do, it has a rule. There's rules you must follow, and there are very important reasons for them rules. And them rules are not just there to upset you, to cause upset, or anything like that. They're quite simply, the rules are there for the company, or the rules are there because it's important. In this case, in the Warcraft's case, it's important that people understand the rules. And people often bend them, but instead of punishing people for bending the rules, which they're good at this here, you shouldn't punish people for bending the rules. They're testing themselves and testing you. Like, they want to see what it's like to have that freedom, so to speak, and run away and not have to deal with the rules. And if I say this, they'll respond and they'll say that, and you know, it's quite natural. It's quite a natural thing to go through, like to bend the rules, to want to break the rules, to be rebellious, like that behaviour sort of thing that people don't want you to do, like they tell you off for it. So yeah, it's an important thing. But yeah, you talk to who you need to talk to make you feel better, you know. But yeah, I thought that was, sharing some light on that was pretty important. Oops. Oh, don't worry about it. There's a senior helper on. If it gets too much. Well, that's the thing, Disney. You've just made the decision, sometimes I want to laugh, to make me feel better. That's a perfect example of you getting a grip of your own emotions. What could you do about it? What next stage could you be taking to help yourself? And that's what I'm saying. That's the most important thing. I want you to get the message that that's what I'm saying. Well done. Well done, because that's hard. It's hard to get a grip of your emotions when they, you know, slingshot all the miles, because it's really important. So well done on that. You make yourself laugh to make yourself feel better. You're not stood there accusing other people that they are the cause for your unhappiness. Well, there's two ways to it. They are the cause for your unhappiness. At the same time, they're not. You're the one that's, not you personally, but we as humans are the ones that are triggering the emotions to actually happen. Ugh, it keeps lagging out on me. Keeps lagging out. The settings are out of date, apparently. Now this deck here, there's going to be about 3 blocks, there's going to be a building all across. It's almost going to look like we're outside of the ship, if you know what I mean. There's going to be no glass there. You know what, I've not had candy floss in a long time. Bubblegum candy floss. I don't know, I don't think I've tried it. I have a video to upload actually. I just remembered. I just think. Just bear with me a second. Billy? Come here, good girl. Right, let's see if I can move this. Oh, say hello, Mel. There she is. Milster, got the camera. Millie. It's a bit difficult to position this. This is Millie. Hey up, Mel. Hey up, Millie. She's a good girl. You're a good girl, aren't you? Oh, she's a good girl, is Mel. She can be cheeky at times, can't you? Hey? Good girl. Beautiful. She's a beautiful one. Oops. My camera kind of disconnected there. You're going to see my video camera has just gone off. I disconnected it by mistake. Let's try again. PC camera. Sorry, people. I disconnected my camera by mistake. Yeah, it's frozen. Just a minute. Just a minute. What? Oh, come on. All I have to do is deactivate it and activate it again, and it seems to do the trick. There we go. Oh, well, that's just annoying, isn't it? I wanted to show you guys what Millie looks like. Hold on. I think... Sorry, people. My internet just went down. Oh, for goodness sake. Why has this crashed again? What is going on? Activate. Okay, there we go. There she is. Hey up, Mel. Hey up, Milster. You're a good girl. Right, anyway, back onto Minecraft. I'm going to try and move this without it freezing on us. It's done it again, look. Why does it keep freezing? Why? Ugh. I don't get it. I think it's to do with the settings that I've got on it. Ugh. I don't get it. I think it's to do with the yeah, it definitely is. No, it's not a webcam, it's a video camera. I don't need a new webcam. There's nothing wrong with the webcam I've got. It's just, for some reason it's disconnecting. And it's disconnected again. Oh, for goodness sake. I think it's to do with the, bear with me. Okay, apologies for that. Apologies for that. I thought I was going to get interrupted. Oh, no. I'm struggling to connect now. Let's try one more time. It does this quite often. Starts to go funny. You can't connect to it properly. I need to stop talking so much. I feel like I'm talking too much. Hey up, Mel, I can see you in camera there, in corner. I'm a good girl. I'm a good girl. She's saying hello. Saying hello to the stream, Mel. Saying hello. Saying hello, Mel. She gets excited if you start talking to her in that voice. She starts getting really excited. Really? I'm gonna stop now. Sound like a buffoon, a fool. Funny. I think she's gone back to sleep now. Yeah, it probably would do. Oh, guys, come on, don't be mean. Bear with me. Apologies for that, I just apologies for that. Sorry, I'll talk about it in a minute. I'm not feeling up to talking about it at the minute. Sorry people, I know you're confused about what's just happened. I just can't build up the courage just now to talk. Well, not courage, but I just can't be bothered talking about it just now. Just, oh my word. Good God. Talk about people ruining the mood. Just some people just really get up my nerves. They really do. Like I say, I don't get frustrated often, but one of these cases, I am just infuriated. I mean, obviously you didn't hear any of that conversation, but my mum's just come in, and she's just made me angry. She's just made me really angry. Her lack of understanding is just, it really infuriates me. But anyway, I'd rather not talk about it here because it's not appropriate. Just now I'm not feeling in the best of moods. Right, just bear with me just a minute. Sorry, people. Something's just happened. I need a couple of minutes to think. Unfortunately, people, today's stream has been interrupted by something I can't explain about. Just bear with me a moment. Okay, please don't make decisions for me. Please. That's what's just happened now. You're making decisions for me. Okay? Right. Now's not the best time to say anything, because it's just going to be misunderstood. And unfortunately I'm going to have to end the stream now, because there's not much else I can be talking about just now. I do apologise profusely about what's happened. I'm glad you didn't have to hear the conversation we were having. It's very complicated to talk about, and I'm not going to talk about it here. None of us deserves that to be spoken about there. So I will see you in the next one. I need some time to cheer up again. It was nice to see you all. Thank you for being a part of this short stream. But I can't continue, not in this frame of mind. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.